Hello guys, again in the channel. Today we are going to talk about the importance of having three teams, of the importance of managing three teams, why do you need to have three teams, and how you can sustain and maintain those teams throughout the racing weeks. So first of all, I would like to tell you to like, subscribe the content, always comment in the section if you have something to say. I mean, this is absolutely necessary. I would love to communicate with you guys in the comment section. So let's begin. First, as you know from my previous video, you can check it out. This here is my main team. This is my main team, which I believe is going to be the strongest. But we never know. We never know. I mean, any of these guys can DNF. Max Verstappen can DNF, and even though he's my main driver, if he DNF, I'm screwed. So that's why we need to create two more teams to handle eventual DNF of the main guy of my first team. So let's start it. As you see, in my first team of my favorite team for the beginning in Bahrain, I have Max Verstappen as my main pilot. What do I mean by Max Verstappen is my main pilot? This is the pilot that I believe is going to finish top 3. Okay, so I had to choose between him, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, and both of the Ferraris. So I choose Max Verstappen to be my main pilot. And what I have next is Carlos Sainz, which is my turbo driver. Turbo driver means double points throughout the week, throughout the race week, sorry. And I have both Alpha Tauris and Kevin Magnussen. And my constructor choice is Ferrari. Yeah. So I need to create a team now that is with completely different main driver, and here is the tricky part. If I would like to choose again, let's say Pierre Gasly or Kevin Magnussen, but with different main driver and different constructor. So the idea here is to have like to keep in mind if some of these guys can finish outside top 10 or if he eventually can DNF. So this is all statistics from previous season and from times given in the practice. So this here is from practice 2. I'm going to make my second and third team after the results of practice 2. I think it's enough information to have from practice 1 and practice 2 to create your teams and to don't touch them. Even though there is a practice 3 incoming before the qualification, I think you can gather enough information from practice 1 and practice 2. So in practice 2, Max Verstappen set the fastest time of 1:31.9. We know that Max Verstappen set actually even faster time in the testings of 1:31.5. So Max is very fast. The Red Bull car is very stable, but we already have Max in our first team. So I'm not going to choose Max Verstappen as my first driver. I'm going to go with the Mercedes. Is a little bit shaky, but it's Mercedes. They always start shaky, but throughout the season they are like monsters. 7 times constructor champion. I mean, if someone tells you that Mercedes is not going to be good, he's probably lying to you. So I'm going to choose Lewis Hamilton as my main driver in my second team. I think Lewis is going to have a good fight for the title this year because the only reason that he is in Formula 1 is that he wants to break the Michael Schumacher record of 7 titles. And he wants to win that 8 titles. So I think this is where if he earns that, he's going to retire for sure. But until then, he is going to fight for it. So I'm going to choose this for my second team, Lewis Hamilton as a main driver. He is the most expensive pilot, so we need to keep track of the finances for the second team. So what do I pick next? I need to be careful with the budget, but I also need to make sure that my drivers are going to be in the points. So what this means is I'm again going to not pick driver from Williams. I'm 100% sure okay, not 100, but 99% sure that Williams is not going to make it in the points. I don't see their car in the points. I mean, look at it. They are so far behind. Even, I mean, Ricciardo made 12 laps, and this is his first practice. This is his first test of the car. 12 laps, and he managed to be in front of the Williams with not that small of a difference. So we have Daniel Ricciardo coming from COVID with 12 laps, Nico Hülkenberg coming from not driving for a year, and he's sitting in this brand new car. I mean, with brand new regulations, as he's still in front of the Williams drivers. I mean, yeah, Albon again. Albon is he didn't drive for a year as well, and I think Albon is a good pilot, but I'm nowhere near confident that Williams is going to be in the point. So I'm not going to pick any driver from Williams for my second team. The interesting part here is this guy, Valtteri Bottas. Valtteri Bottas made 30 laps. He managed to get to 6 points in the practice, and I mean, Valtteri knows how to drive, and he knows how to get into the points. I mean, of course, he was driving Mercedes, which is like a big advantage, but we've seen him on his day that he is a monster. So I'm going to pick Valtteri Bottas for 9 million in my team, and I need to go searching for a cheaper version, cheaper drivers, because we hit 40 millions until now, and we have only 2 drivers. So let's see what we are going to do next. If you watch the first practice, you would know that the Alpine of Esteban Ocon completely shattered the elements over what was it? The element over the radiator on the right of the car. It was completely full open. I mean, the whole element like teared up and almost hit Nico Hülkenberg behind him. But after that, they showed great times with Alonso coming in 5th, and Ocon was 12th. But I've seen, if you watch the Alpine car, if you watch again the FP1 and FP2, you'll see in the Alpine car that it's actually very stable on the corners, and Alonso took advantage of that, and he was extremely fast. So I'm going to pick Fernando Alonso for my third guy, for my third pilot in the team, in my second team, and from here I have 47 million point 5 left to pick. I think I need to pick 2 more drivers, and 2 more drivers and a constructor. So I need to make sure that, let me see the constructors first before I pick the other 2 drivers. I'm not going to pick Williams, that's for sure. I don't think Lance Stroll or Nico Hülkenberg are going to take the Aston Martin in top 10. They are going to fight for it, but I think top 10 is going to be Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, Alpine and McLaren, and AlphaTauri. This is going to be fight for top 10 in Bahrain. You never know. I mean, this is my personal opinion. But AlphaTauri is actually a great price for a constructor. I think it's great price. I think Aston Martin is a little bit overpriced. So I have Ferrari as a constructor in my first team. I'm going to pick AlphaTauri as a constructor in my second team. Okay. So we have 37 million to pick, just 2 drivers left. Yeah, okay, but that's perfect actually, because 37 million is a great great numbers. So you can see here, actually can we do, no, okay, sorry. You see here that from McLaren we have Daniel Ricciardo 18th, Lando Norris 11th, McLaren is a bit shaky. Oof, I don't want to pick McLaren for Bahrain. I don't know why, I'm just not vibing it. I might pick some of them in my third team, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick George Russell, and I'm going to rely on Mercedes on this one, on the both Mercedes drivers in Bahrain. Like I said, don't judge Mercedes too hard from the testings and from the practice. They always do that. They always start like this in practice and test. So you see that they haven't shown their potential yet, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to be the fastest car on track. We have 13 million left. If I had just only 5 million, I would take Pierre Gasly again, but no. Okay, so I'm thinking now. George is actually 24 mil. I don't have Charles Leclerc in my first team. I'm not going to take George here. I'm going to take Charles. And I'm going to have 19 million to spend for a second driver, which is going to be Sergio Perez. Yeah, Sergio Perez for sure. So, what is the idea behind that? Let me just show you my team here. Yep, that's not going to work like that, is it? Okay, let me just fix it real quick. La, la, la. Okay, so this is my team. Here, I have Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, Fernando Alonso, Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez with the car of Alpha Tauri. If you compare this to my first team, there is a lot of difference. Like, I don't have neither of those in my first team, so that's a job well done, because we have completely different team that covers the other half of the grid from my first team, and this is something that you need to do, because in my third team I'm going to include pilots and racers from my both first and second team. So I'm going to have a mix, and by doing this, I'm going to have first team different pilots, second team completely different from the first, and third team a mixed pilot. And the third team is going to be a mix from I'm going to try to make it like relevant to what I believe is going to enter in top 10. So let's just go next. I'm going to select a turbo driver here. I'm going to select Charles Leclerc, even though I said I selected Carlos Sainz in my first team. I'm pretty sure that at least one of the Ferraris is going to make top 3. So yeah, great team. And now we have two teams. Now let's go to the third team. The third team is going to be a mix, like I said. So I'm going to choose a different main pilot, but the rest of them is going to be a mix. So I'm going to choose Charles Leclerc. I'm going to choose Max Verstappen. I'm going to choose I can actually take Mick Schumacher here. I'm going to take Mick Schumacher here. I'm going to take Mick Schumacher. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take George Russell in here. And let's see which constructor I'm going to take. I'm thinking of uh, I'm thinking of taking uh, let me see the prices again. I mean, this is insane. Let's just say that both Haas's driver are behind Williams driver. I mean, this is insane to me, and I'm going to respect the Haas, and I'm going to pick the Alpine as my constructor here. This is my third team. It's like we have three top drivers here. We have two underdogs, which I think is going to show great times, and we have a mediocre team of the Alpine. I'm not so sure about the Alpine, but from what I saw on the first practice and the testings, but I'll give him a chance. I'll give him a chance. I've seen them on practice too. They were very fast. Alonso was very fast. So my turbo driver is going to be again Charles Leclerc, and I'm going to create a team. This is my three teams that I'm going to into Bahrain Racing Week. So guys, if you want to copy them, feel free to do it. Of course, I'm going to create a follow-up videos on the next racing week, which is in Jeddah, and how you should transfer, how you should substitute if there is a driver that doesn't deserve to be in this team. Uh, so keep track on my channel, and yeah, see you soon after Bahrain. Thank you.